Good morning, my name is Nathan Kempton. We're here on the Bujacera farm. It's 20 hectares of chilies and French beans. I'm the Director of Agriculture for Kinvest Produce, and what we do for conservation agriculture is, number one, we prepare the soil. First thing we do is we weed the soil, and then we do as little soil disturbance as possible. We will dig furrows if we're going to plant in French beans, or we dig holes or pockets for the chilies, and then we place in those holes, we place 300 milliliters of compost, 300 milliliters of manure, and that's either cow or chicken. Those are the most readily available manures. Then we cover that, and then we'll come back a month later and we redig the hole and mix it all together, and then we'll plant in our chili seedling. After we plant the chilies, then we will put cover mulch down. We put a variety of cover mulch. This happens to be some sorghum stalks, some maize stalks, and then covered on top of that rice grass. And so that's primarily what we use as cover mulch. That to me is the critical ingredient here, because number one, it holds all the soil together. We get hard rains here. It rained last night for a couple hours, but we've had extreme washouts in other areas in this area. But here the water does not move the soil. So it protects the soil from the rain, protects the soil from the compaction of raindrops. Yes, raindrops fall at such velocity they compact your soil. It also protects the soil from the sun. We're south of the equator, and some days it can be very hot and it'll dry out your soil. That destroys the bacteria, the fungus, and the insects tend to flee. So I want all those things staying there, because that is my food factory. Even though we're putting in compost and manure and those things for the plants to feed off of, many of them are in such a large molecule size. You need these other elements to come in, or these other entities to come in and feed on the food source, which is manure. And from the frass of the insects, then the plant can absorb it. So this keeps the soil moisture up. Even when it can be 80, 90 degrees Fahrenheit here, around the plants, when we pull the mulch apart and we take the temperature, it's 20 degrees cooler on the surface, and there still is moisture in the soil. The soil out here in the direct sun is hard and baked, and nothing will grow in it, or everything has a very difficult time struggling. This soil is viable, and it continues to be viable.